Have you ever noticed that sometimes everything seems to go wrong at once? That job you wanted so badly simply disappears. That relationship you tried to build falls apart. That project you put so much energy into doesn't move forward? What if I told you that all of this isn't bad luck, it isn't punishment, it isn't anything bad happening to you? What if I told you that the universe is actually closing doors in front of you precisely to protect you from something you can't yet see? Pisces, this video is especially for you. There are 9 very clear signs that the universe is acting in your life right now, blocking paths, locking doors, diverting you from routes that seem perfect but that, in reality, would lead you to places that aren't yours. And you need to understand each of these signs, because when you recognize divine protection in action, everything changes. You stop fighting against what is happening and begin to trust in what is to come. You stop feeling rejected and start feeling chosen, because that's exactly what's happening. You're being chosen for something much bigger, much better, much more aligned with who you truly are. Pisces, your sign is governed by deep, spiritual, mystical energies. You sense things even before they happen. You pick up vibrations that other people don't even perceive. And for that very reason, the universe communicates with you in subtle ways, through signs, sensations, doors that close without logical explanation. Today you will discover what these 9 signs are, what each one means, and most importantly, how to react to them. Because when you understand that a closed door is not rejection, but redirection, everything in your life begins to make sense in a way you never imagined. Stay until the end of this video, because the 9th sign is the most powerful of all, and may be happening to you right now. Sign 1. You feel inexplicably tired every time you think about following a specific path. Pisces, pay attention to this first sign, because it's subtle but extremely revealing. Have you noticed that there are some things in your life that, just thinking about them, makes you feel weighed down? It's not laziness, it's not lack of willpower, it's not common discouragement. Something different. It's as if your whole body rejects that idea, that project, that relationship, that decision. You even try to cheer yourself up, to convince yourself that it's good for you, that you should be happy with that opportunity. But inside, there's an exhaustion you can't explain. It's as if each step in that direction costs twice the energy. As if you were swimming against the current and the current is too strong. This tiredness isn't physical, it's energetic. And do you know why? Because the universe is using your own body, your own energy, to warn you that that path isn't yours. Pisces is a sign that works a lot through intuition, through feeling, through energy. You don't need concrete proof to know when something isn't right. Your body speaks, your soul speaks, your energy speaks. And when the universe wants to protect you from a wrong path, it cuts off the flow of energy in that direction. It doesn't let you move forward with strength, enthusiasm, or clarity. It makes you feel blocked, heavy, confused. And this is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of protection. Think about it. How many times in your life have you forced something you shouldn't have forced? How many times have you insisted on a relationship, a job, a friendship, just because it seemed to make sense in theory? And what happened? In the end, you got hurt, you were disappointed, you wasted time and energy on something that wasn't meant for you. But this time, the universe won't let that happen again. This time, it's blocking the path before you even commit too much. This tiredness you're feeling isn't meant to stop you from living. It's meant to stop you from wasting your life in places that aren't yours. So if you're feeling this inexplicable exhaustion regarding a decision, a person, or a project, don't ignore it. Don't force it. Don't try to convince yourself that everything is all right when your body is screaming that it isn't. Listen to what your energy is telling you, because it's being guided by a wisdom far greater than your mind can comprehend at this moment. The universe is gently closing that door, using tiredness as a signal, so you don't have to go through the pain of hitting a wall later. Accept this signal, rest and wait, because when the right door opens, you'll feel the opposite. Lightness, excitement, renewed energy. And then you'll understand that it was worth the wait. Sign 2. People you thought were essential start to drift away for no apparent reason. This second sign hurts, Pisces. I know it hurts, because Pisces is a sign that connects deeply with people, that truly gives itself, that believes in bonds, that builds connections with the soul. And when someone you loved, someone you admired, someone you considered essential in your life starts to drift away, it feels like the ground disappears from under your feet. You try to understand what happened, you relive conversations in your head, you look for mistakes you might have made, you send messages trying to reconnect. But it's no use. The person simply left. And you know what's even more confusing? Often there was no fight, no argument, no clear reason. The person just disappeared. And you're left with that feeling of emptiness, of abandonment, that maybe you're not important enough. But listen to this carefully. When a person leaves your life for no apparent reason, it's not because you're not important. It's because that person wasn't essential to your future. And the universe knows this before you do. Sees what you can't see yet. He sees the hidden intentions, the incompatible energies, the cycles that have already ended. He knows that if that person remained by your side, you would stagnate, be trapped, conditioned to an old version of yourself. And because the universe loves you, because it wants to see you grow, evolve, expand, it removes from your path those who are not vibrating at the same frequency as you. This doesn't mean the person is bad. It doesn't mean you wasted your time. It simply means their role in your life is over. And forcing the permanence of someone whose cycle has already ended is preventing new people, more aligned with who you are becoming, from entering your story. Pisces, you need to understand one thing. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay forever. Some people are chapters, not the whole book. Some people are bridges, not destinations. And when the universe closes the door on a relationship, a friendship, a connection, it is telling you that it has already fulfilled its purpose. It's freeing you so you can find truer, deeper, more reciprocal connections. So stop chasing after those who left. Stop trying to salvage what's already dead. Stop thinking you need that person to be happy, to be complete, to move on. You don't need them. You never did. What you need is to trust that the universe knows exactly who should be by your side and who should leave your path. And every separation, however painful it may be at first, is a redirection towards higher, lighter, truer connections. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. Now let's continue with our video. Sign 3. Opportunities that seemed perfect disappear at the last minute. Pisces, this is one of the most frustrating, yet also one of the most powerful signs. Have you ever experienced that moment when an incredible opportunity appears in your life? It could be a new job, a project, a trip, a move to a new city, an investment. You get excited, you start planning, you visualize how your life will improve with it. You tell people, you mentally prepare yourself, you already see yourself living that new reality. And then out of nowhere at the last minute, everything falls apart. The position is filled by someone else, the deal doesn't close, the plans change, the opportunity simply evaporates. And you're left there standing still, not understanding anything. Why? Why did this happen to me? Why was everything going so well and suddenly went so wrong? You feel cheated by the universe, as if it had placed a gift in front of you only to snatch it away at the last second. But the truth, Pisces, is exactly the opposite. The universe didn't take anything away from you. It saved you from something that seemed good but wasn't the best. There are things in life that shine, that attract attention, that seem perfect, but that hide traps you can't see. It could be a job with a great salary, but that would put you in a toxic environment. It could be a relationship that seemed ideal, but that would rob you of your peace. It could be a change that seemed necessary, but that would distance you from the people you love most. The universe sees all of this. It knows the end of the story before you live the first chapter. And when it blocks an opportunity at the last minute, it's because it's telling you, this isn't it. Something better is coming. You just need to trust and wait. Pisces is a sign that lives a lot on dreams, idealizations, and hopes. And that's beautiful, it's one of its greatest qualities. But sometimes you cling so much to a possibility, to an idea of what your life should be, that you can't see when it's not the best for you. You romanticize, you insist, you try to force it. And then the universe needs to intervene. He needs to slam that door shut, in a way that leaves you no choice but to retreat. And at first you're angry, sad, lost. But with time you look back and realize, thank goodness that didn't work out. Thank goodness I didn't go down that path. Because if I had, I wouldn't be where I am now. And where you are now, or where you will be soon, is exactly where you should always have been. So the next time an opportunity disappears at the last minute, don't panic. Don't despair thinking you've lost your chance. You haven't lost anything. You've been redirected. And the universe's redirection is always more precise than your own plans. Sign 4. You begin to feel a deep unease even when everything seems to be going well. This sign is one of the hardest to understand, Pisces, because it makes no logical sense at all. Externally, everything is fine. You have the things you thought you wanted, you're where you plan to be, you're living the life you designed. But inside something is wrong. There's a restlessness that won't leave you, a feeling of emptiness, that something is missing, that you're not in the right place. You look around and think, I should be happy. I should be satisfied. Why do I feel this way? And the people around you don't understand. They see you achieving, progressing, accomplishing. And when you try to talk about this restlessness, they say, but you have everything, you should be grateful, you're exaggerating. And then you start to doubt yourself. Am I ungrateful? Will I never be satisfied? Is the problem with me? But it's not, Pisces. The problem isn't with you. What's happening is that your soul is telling you that the path, the situation, the life you've built, isn't your deepest truth. It might be a good life, a comfortable life, a life many people would envy, but it's not yours. And the universe is using this restlessness to nudge you, to push you, to make you question. Because if you were too comfortable where you are, you would never have the courage to seek what you truly came here to do. Pisces is a spiritual sign, connected to more subtle dimensions, to higher purposes. You didn't come to this world just to live an ordinary, predictable, safe life. You came to create, to feel, to connect with something greater. And when you're living a life that doesn't reflect that, your soul comes into conflict with your reality. And this conflict manifests as restlessness, as anguish, as a feeling of being out of place. This isn't a sign that you're problematic. It's a sign that you're being called to more. And the universe is closing doors internally, making you feel uncomfortable where you are, so that you have the courage to seek the doors that truly lead to your destiny. Often we think that security is staying where we are, even if we're dissatisfied. We're afraid of change, afraid of losing what we've already achieved, afraid of taking risks. And then we stifle this restlessness, pretend everything is fine, try to convince ourselves that we should be happy. But the restlessness doesn't go away. It only increases. Because your soul doesn't give up on you. It keeps calling you, pulling you, showing you that you deserve more than a life that only seems good on the outside. So if you're feeling this restlessness, don't run from it. Don't try to stifle it with distractions, with work, with entertainment. Sit with it. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What do I really feel? What did I really come here to do? And then, little by little, the universe will show you the right doors. But first it needs to close the wrong doors. And this restlessness is a sign that he is already doing it. Sign 5. You receive warnings through dreams or repetitive signs. Pisces, your inner world is as rich as your outer world. Perhaps even more so. Pisces is the sign most connected to the unconscious, to the symbolic, to the spiritual. You dream a lot, you feel a lot, you perceive things that other people don't. And the universe knows this. It knows that you have this sensitivity, this openness to messages that come from more subtle dimensions. And that's why, when it wants to protect you, when it wants to warn you about something, it doesn't just use external circumstances. It speaks to you through your dreams, your intuitions, the signs that appear repeatedly in your life. Have you ever had that dream that leaves you restless all day? That dream that you can't forget, that seems to carry a deep meaning, even if you don't know exactly what it is? Or have you noticed that certain numbers, certain words, certain images appear in your life repeatedly, without logical explanation? You see the same number all the time, hear the same phrase from different people, encounter the same situation in different contexts, and at first you think it's a coincidence. But after so many repetitions, you begin to suspect. Could this be a sign? Yes, Pisces. It is a sign, and it's not random. When the universe wants to warn you that a door needs to be closed, that a path is unsafe, that you are going in the wrong direction, it sends you signs. And it insists on these signs until you pay attention, because it knows that you have the ability to decode these messages. You just need to stop, silence your mind, and listen to what is being said between the lines. Dreams, especially, are a powerful tool of divine communication. When you are sleeping, your rational mind relaxes, and your soul becomes more receptive to spiritual messages. It is in these moments that the universe can speak to you more directly, without the interference of the ego, fears, and doubts. And if you are having recurring dreams, dreams that show you situations of danger, of escape, of doors closing, this is not paranoia. It is protection. You are being shown, on a symbolic level, what can happen if you insist on a certain path. And the signs in the physical world work the same way. When you see the same number repeatedly, it may be a spiritual numerical code, a message from angels, guides, or higher energies that are accompanying you. When you hear the same song, the same phrase, the same advice from several different sources, it is the universe reinforcing a truth that you need to hear. Pay attention to these patterns. They are not chance. They are divine coordination. Now the challenge is this. You need to learn to trust your interpretation of these signs. Because often the message is clear but you doubt yourself. You think you're making it up, that you're exaggerating, that you're seeing things where there's nothing. But you're not. Your intuition is real. Your perception is valid. And the more you honor these signs, the more clearly they will appear in your life. So the next time you have a strange dream, or notice a repeating pattern, don't ignore it. Write it down, reflect on it, meditate on it. Ask the universe, what are you trying to tell me? And then remain silent. The answer always comes. Not always in words, but in sensations, in clarity, in peace. And when the answer comes, you know, because it resonates within you in a way that nothing else does. Sign 6. Obstacles appear in a series whenever you try to move forward in a specific direction. Pisces, have you ever tried to do something and everything, absolutely everything, went wrong? You plan, you organize, you strive, but it seems like there's an invisible force sabotaging your steps. The computer crashes right at the time of the important meeting. The car breaks down on the very day you were going to travel. The person you needed to talk to doesn't answer. The money you were counting on doesn't come in. And it's not just one thing. It's several things, one after the other, as if the entire universe were conspiring against you. And you become exhausted, frustrated, confused. You think, don't I deserve this? Am I being punished? But it's not punishment, Pisces. It's protection. When the universe doesn't want you to follow a certain path, it puts obstacles in your way. And it puts several obstacles in your way, one after the other, until you understand the message. Don't insist on this. And it's not because you're not capable. It's not because you don't deserve it. It's because that path doesn't take you where you need to go. It's because at the end of that road, there's something that would hurt you, disappoint you, take you off your true path. And the universe loves you too much to let that happen. So it complicates things. It closes doors. It makes the path so difficult, so tiring, so full of barriers, that you have no other option but to give up. And giving up, in this case, is not failure. It's wisdom. It's surrender. It's trust that there are greater forces guiding your life, and that these forces know better than you what is good for you. Pisces, you are a water sign, ruled by emotions, by intuitions, by flows. You were not made to fight against the current. You were made to flow with it. And when you are trying to force something that doesn't want to flow, that doesn't want to happen, that is full of resistance, you are going against your own nature. You are swimming against the tide. And that exhausts you. That hurts you. That takes you away from your essence. So pay attention to the obstacles. Pay attention to the doors that don't open, the plans that don't materialize, the things you try to make happen but simply don't. Because these obstacles aren't there to defeat you. They're there to redirect you. They're there to show you that you're trying to enter through a door that isn't yours. And while you insist on that door, the right door waits on the other side, locked because you're not yet available for it. You're still busy trying to break down the wrong door. And the universe needs you to let go of the wrong door so you can find the right one. This requires faith. It requires courage. It requires humility to admit, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't my path. Maybe I need to let go of this and trust that something better is in store for me. And it's not easy, because we cling to our plans, our ideas, our expectations. We think we know what's best for us. But the truth is, we only see a very small part of the story. And the universe sees the whole picture. So when he puts obstacles in your way, it's not to stop you from being happy. It's to stop you from being unhappy in a place you think would make you happy. It's to save you from a future you idealized, but that wouldn't be good for you. And one day when you look back, you'll be grateful for every door you didn't open. You'll be grateful for every obstacle that made you give up, because you'll realize that if that had worked out, you wouldn't be where you are now. And where you are now is exactly where you always needed to be. Sign 7. You lose interest in things that previously motivated you. This sign is confusing, Pisces, because it messes with your identity. You've always been that person passionate about a certain thing. It could be a career you built over years, a hobby that always brought you joy, a lifestyle you chose for yourself. And suddenly, without warning, for no apparent reason, you look at it and feel nothing anymore. The passion is gone. The sparkle has faded. You try to force yourself to feel what you felt before, but you can't. And that scares you. You start to question, who am I if I'm no longer that person? What happened to me? Why did I change? But you haven't changed, Pisces. You've evolved. And the universe is closing internal doors, deactivating old interests, extinguishing passions that have already fulfilled their role in your journey. Because you are entering a new phase. And this new phase demands a new version of you. A version that is no longer aligned with what motivated you before. Think about it this way: when you were a child, you had toys you loved, right? You spent hours playing with them. But one day you grew up. And those toys stopped making sense. You didn't throw them away out of anger or rejection. You simply outgrew that phase. You became a different person with different interests, with different needs. And the same thing happens in adulthood. You go through cycles. And each cycle has its passions, its interests, its motivations. And when a cycle ends, the universe begins to disconnect what belonged to that cycle. It does this so that you don't get stuck in the past, clinging to an identity that is no longer yours. Pisces is a mutable sign, ruled by transformation, fluidity, and the ability to adapt. You weren't made to always be the same person. You were made to be several versions of yourself throughout life. And each version has its time, its purpose, its beauty. But when one version needs to give way to the next, the universe needs to close the doors of the old version. It needs to deactivate the old interests so that new interests can be born. But that hurts. Because we identify with what we do, with what we like, with what defines us. And when we lose that, it feels like we've lost ourselves. But in reality, you're not losing yourself. You're finding yourself on a deeper level. You're discovering who you are beyond temporary passions, beyond constructed identities, beyond the roles you've played until now. So if you're losing interest in things that once motivated you, don't fight it. Don't try to force the passion back. Don't blame yourself for no longer being who you were. Accept that you're in transition. Accept that the old is dying so that the new can be born. And trust that soon new passions will emerge. New interests will ignite within you. New motivations will propel you forward. But first, you need to let go of what no longer serves you. You need to empty your hands to be able to receive what is to come. And this emptying is uncomfortable. It's scary. It's disorienting. But it's necessary. Because you can't carry the old and the new at the same time. You need to choose. And the universe is helping you choose, closing the doors of the past so that you can walk freely towards the future. Sign 8. You feel protected even without understanding why. This sign is one of the most subtle, but also one of the most comforting. Pisces, have you ever experienced a situation where, looking back, you realize you were saved from something terrible by a hair's breadth? You almost got into that car that crashed minutes later. You almost accepted that job that failed 3 months later. You almost stayed with that person who turned out to be toxic. And you don't understand how you escaped. Was it luck? Was it chance? No, Pisces. It was divine protection. The universe was there, acting behind the scenes, closing doors, diverting you from dangerous paths, protecting you from situations that would deeply hurt you. And you didn't even realize it at the time. But now, looking back, you see that there was an invisible hand guiding your steps, pulling you away from danger, placing you on safer routes. And this feeling of protection, even without a logical explanation, is a clear sign that the universe is taking care of you, that it is closing doors to protect you even when you didn't ask, even when you didn't believe, even when you doubted. Pisces is a sign that lives deeply in faith, in hope, in the belief that something greater is watching over us. And when you feel this protection, when you realize that despite everything, you are well, you are safe, you are alive, that's not luck. It's grace. It's divine love in action. It's the universe telling you, I am here. I have always been. And I will never abandon you. Often, we only recognize the protection after the danger has passed. We only give thanks for the closed door when we discover what was on the other side. But ideally, you should start trusting in this protection now, in the present, even without seeing the results yet. Even without understanding why certain things didn't work out. Even without knowing what the universe is sparing you from. Because when you trust, you relax. You stop fighting so much. You stop trying to control everything. You surrender to the flow, knowing that you are being guided, that you are being cared for, that you are being loved. And this surrender is not passivity. It is strength. It is courage. It is wisdom. So the next time you narrowly escape something, or feel protected without knowing how, stop and give thanks. Acknowledge that it wasn't by chance. It was divine intervention. It was a door closing to protect you from something you didn't need to experience. And trust that if one door has closed, it's because another much better one is about to open. Sign 9. You receive clear internal messages telling you not to proceed. This is the most powerful sign of all, Pisces. And it's the sign you need to learn to listen to above all else. It's that inner voice, that feeling in your chest, that deep knowing that tells you, don't go. Don't do it. Don't accept it. Stop. And it makes no sense. Externally, everything seems perfect. The people around you are encouraging you, telling you it's a great opportunity, that you should take advantage of it. But inside you, something is screaming, no, this isn't it. Not now. Not for me. And you feel divided, because your mind says one thing but your heart says another. Reason says yes but intuition says no. And you don't know who to trust. But the answer is always the same, Pisces. Trust your intuition. Always. Because intuition doesn't lie. It's not influenced by external expectations, by social pressures, by ego fears. It's the voice of your soul, directly connected to the universe, to divine wisdom, to your higher purpose. And when it speaks, it's showing you the right path. Even if that path makes no sense to anyone but you. Pisces is the most intuitive sign of the entire zodiac. You were born with this gift. You were born with the ability to feel what other people don't feel, to know what other people don't know, to perceive truths that lie beyond the surface. And the universe counts on that. It counts on your sensitivity, your openness, your spiritual connection. And that's why, when it wants to protect you, when it wants to close a door, it speaks directly to your soul. It sends you an internal message, clear, firm, unequivocal. And all you need to do is listen. But the problem is that we're afraid to listen. We're afraid of disappointing people, of missing opportunities, of seeming crazy. So we ignore intuition. We stifle the inner voice. We move forward even with that discomfort in our chest, that feeling that something is wrong. And then later we regret it. We think, I knew it. I felt that I shouldn't go down that path. Why didn't I listen? But this time you will listen. Because now you know that these inner messages are not paranoia, not fear, not insecurity. They are protection. They are the universe closing doors before you even hurt yourself by knocking on them. So the next time you feel that discomfort, that resistance, that inner no, stop everything. Cancel the plan. Refuse the offer. Postpone the decision. And wait. Because when the right door presents itself, you will have no doubt. You won't need to convince yourself. You will know with every cell of your body that this is the way. And then you will be grateful for having waited. You will be grateful for having listened to your intuition. Because it never leads you to the wrong place. It always guides you home. Now that you know the 9 signs that the universe is closing doors to protect you, I want you to reflect deeply. How many of these signs have you ignored? How many times have you forced open a door that was clearly locked? How many times have you insisted on a path that the universe was asking you to abandon? Don't blame yourself for this. Because making these mistakes, learning from these experiences, and growing from these stumbles is part of the human journey. But now you have knowledge. Now you have awareness. And with awareness comes responsibility. The responsibility to listen to the signs, to respect the closed doors, to trust that there is a greater plan unfolding in your life. Pisces, you are not here by chance. You were chosen to live an extraordinary life, full of purpose, connection, and love. But to live this life, you need to let go of control. You need to stop fighting the universe. You need to accept that you don't always know what's best for you. And that's not weakness. That's wisdom. It's humility. It's faith. So the next time a door closes in front of you, don't despair. Don't rebel. Don't try to force your way in. Simply stop, breathe, and ask, what is the universe trying to tell me? Which path is it redirecting me on? And then wait, because the answer always comes. It may not come when you want it, but it comes at the right time. And when it comes, everything makes sense. Everything falls into place. And you realize it was worth trusting. Now, if you've made it this far, if these words have touched your heart, if you felt this message was made exactly for you, I want to ask you something. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now and activate the notification bell. Because every day there's a new message here, made with much love and dedication, to help you understand the mysteries of the universe, to connect with your soul, to live the life you came to live. If this message resonated with your zodiac sign, trust me, it's no coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you're here because you needed to hear this today. Your contribution as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. Messages that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birth date in the comments. I want to know that you're here, that you're with me on this journey, that you're open to receiving all the good things the universe has prepared for you. And before I go, let me ask you something. Which of these 9 signs have you already experienced? Which one made the most sense to you? Tell me in the comments because I love reading about your experiences, your stories, your connections to the content. And remember, every door that closes is a blessing in disguise. Every no you receive is a bigger yes waiting for you. Every blocked path is a shortcut to your true destiny. Trust in that. Trust in the process. Trust in the universe. And above all, trust in yourself. Because you are stronger, wiser, and more protected than you imagine. A kiss on the heart, and until the next video.